Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the finest Dawn of War unification casts this side of East Yorkshire. And today I've got a 2 versus 2 on Rockclaw Foothills. Playing as the Dark Angels, we've got Lance on Team 1, and his teammate and comrade-at-arms Mirian as the Steel Legion. In the opposing team, we've got Necrotechnica as the Thousand Sons, and we have got Sneaky as the Black Templar. So I do quite like the balancing for both of these factions here, especially on this map. We've got the Steel Legion, and we also have the Thousand Sons, who can make use of their builders to quickly go across the map and capture bits and bobs, especially these central points, which is absolutely crucial on this map in particular. Once you have an upper hand in the central location, you've got a really good advantage against your opponents. Then again, the Steel Legion, they've got the most amazing turrets in the early game, so if they get some transfer turrets up and about these businesses, they should be alright. With the Black Templar, on the other hand, I mean, their Crusader squads just don't die. I mean, they're just too angry to die, so it'll be interesting to see if the anger of the Black Templars can overcome the firepower of the turrets from these pioneers over here. And then when they get into their tier 2s, they've got the Sword Brethren squads and all that jazz, which they're even more angrier and they're even less likely to die, so we'll see how they go in the tier 2s. I do know that Lanz, I don't know at what point in this game he goes for it, but at some point he goes for his Deathwing choice for one of his branching technological paths. So that gives him access to a lot of Terminators in the later stages of the game. That's quite exciting. Whereas the Steel Legion player, he goes for the, what's it called, the Armoured Fist Company. So he'll have access to a bunch of tanks later on down the line as well, so definitely going for the heavy-hitting tech path is the Southern team. There we go, transfer turret been popped down there. Got these Thrall Wizards casually firing as they go by. A little bit of a drive-by there, but won't want to stay around for when that transfer turret goes online. Did attempt to put a Silver Spire down there. Might want to just leave it there just to annoy these Space Marines, but don't want to waste any resource on something that will go down eventually. Unless, of course, the Thousand Sons are cooking up anything quickly. They've got a Sorcerer Lord, and they are going to go for some Rubric Marines. Got some Crusaders, some Black Templar, which are auspiciously a little bit paler than their usual colour scheme, but we'll take it. Transfer turret now being placed. Critical location soon to be taken. And the Silver Spire down here is now free for Lands to take while the Space Marine squad moves forward. Also, please do note that every other player apart from Lands here is on the Discords. So if you're watching this, Lance, hello Lance, how are you doing? You're famous now. Sorcerer Lord comes over, throws some cheeky Sorcerer Bolts towards these lads, doing a fair chunk of damage to all the models. Crusader squad looking to get some slicing and dicing in there, but trying to avoid that transfer turret. We'll need a hefty number of boys and girls, should they wish to punch through that. I'm going to go for an early tier 2 for them, and then going to go for a Castellan, so not committing too much in that early game. And with no team taking the lion's share of the points, there's no need to go too offensive. Although we do see a Silver Spire being taken over here, which is one of the contested, or what should I say, one of the extra contested points here. So I suppose Northern team do get that slight advantage. Legionnaires will see and try and blast them with those all-powerful Steel Legion grenade launchers. But we do have some Black Templar and a Sorcerer Lord going to come over and probably shove them off. Do quite like the calm nature of this assault going on. There we go, Crusaders coming round the mountain as they come. And these Legionnaires will want to get straight out of there in 1v1. And a 2v1 in this circumstance, they're not going to win any prizes for standing their ground. So they are going to fall back, capture their relics and all that good stuff. Not put anything on top of it though, so these Crusader squads might go in for that decap. Pardon me. Spreading out nicely and using their grenade launchers to knock these guys down. Listing post goes on there. The Steel Legion gets involved. A little bit of close combat. Oh dear, they've now been surrounded. Engaging glorious hand-to-hand combat, which is not where they want to be. Pioneer squad moving around the side, looking to build up that listing post. These guys just going to walk straight into the midst of the Steel Legion. Got some Dark Angle Scout coming around the sides, firing their little Little guns. The sound of their guns always make me think of a popcorn machine for some reason. But yeah, this is a little bit of an overextension. This is not exactly where the Crusaders want to be, but when I mentioned that they were too angry to die, yes, that is the case, but gotta get their upgrades a little bit later on. Or at least not commit them to such a suicidal charge, but here we are. One squad goes down, another squad looks like it's also going to be brown-breaded. Bless him. I mean, the effort was there. They went for at least quite a long run, to be fair. Holding back a lot of these units, allowing the Thousand Sons to... I mean, not really... They're there. They haven't really done much, but they're there all the same. And what's firing now? Am I missing... Oh, we've got one Armageddon Patton Chimera firing away at the Silver Spire. Slow but surely killing it. It'll take a while, but nothing much really going to happen to them. Ah, there we go. The Sword Breadwin and a Castellan there. These guys are going to take a bajillion years. Oh, they've also got a Chaplain in there as well for that added health regeneration. So yeah, that's going to be a real problem for the Southern lads to deal with. Legionnaires thanking their lucky stars that they survived. Now going to move over here to the Silver Spire. Does look like it will go down to the might of Steel Legionary firepower. And there we go. Current economies at the moment are 116 and 40 and 116 and 20 compared to 114 and 60 and 68 and 20. Looking from the Steel Legion's perspective for a little bit. So yeah, Thousand Sons, they're not messing around. They're just focusing on their economy, baby. Going for an Occult Forge. Now, I do imagine that... Oh, they're actually going to go for double Occult Forges. So I imagine some... what they're called, not Hell Talons, because that's not what the Thousand Sons have. The flying doofers, they'd be quite useful on this map. If the Dark Angels and the Legionnaires build up a strong defensive line over here, they could just kind of fly over and start bashing all this economy. There's certainly lots of stuff to take on. But we shall see how it goes. Space Marine squad over here, armed with triple heavy bolters. We're firing away at the Silver Spire. Sorcerer Lord will not be having any of it. What are you going to go for? An improved clone research. Convincing these guys to fire away at each other for a little bit, but... Is that what they did? It's doing something. Making themselves question their lives, I suppose. So he's gone for his Trickster book. A book that allows him to cause all sorts of chaos on the battlefield. Not so much in the way of DPS. More of a utility kind of spell book. Got the Chimera Pattern Chimera. Sorry, the Armageddon Pattern Chimera. Not the Chimera Pattern Armageddon. Yeah, they were going to come forward, but then they've seen Crusaders and the Storm and the Sword Brethren there. God, talking's really hard today for some reason. Yeah, I'm going to push by two quickly. Got some scouts with a sniper rifle. Going to go for the second one as well. And it does seem like the Southern team have laid claim to the central area of the map here. Necrotechnica not committing too much at the moment. He is, there we go. Like I say, he saved his money for Hellblades, that's what they're called. So he saved his money for that, sacrificing the early game army for a later tiered roster.
Steel Legion ready to spearhead the assault.
Sword Brethren and a command squad now. Going to get their standard bearer as well as an apothecary and a veteran sergeant. Yeah, these boys are going to be very difficult to kill. You need a high amount of DPS to strike these guys down. Going to move over here. See this listing post that's not been built up. Strike that from the record book. I'm going to turn their attention towards these Armageddon Pattern Chimeras. And, yeah, throwing down a melter bomb. Be able to take them down. No dramas whatsoever. In fact, the second one going off as well. Look how much damage those melter bombs do. Unable to keep up with them. Snipers are firing away, breaking the morale. Oh, Thunderhawk just joining the ranks just for a little bit. Picking up the dead and dying. Pioneer squad, brave as you like, but won't be going up to dear. Oh dear, that is not what they signed up for. They were just coming in to use their shovels for a little bit of a building project, but they're a bit brown bread now. Hell Talon's floating in. Seeing a Hellhound. That Hellhound won't survive for very long. These Hellblades are absolutely lethal against vehicles and buildings. We're just going to fly over. Steel Legion have gone for a couple of missile launches, so we'll need to keep away from that infantry. Very fragile are these Hellblades. Plasma gun turret also been upgraded now with a las cannon by the looks of things. These guys are just going to fly on the base. And what are you going to focus on? You're focusing on the Sacristy Chamber. Interesting choice. Oh, you're focusing on the recruitment buildings. Okay, fair enough.
We are under fire.
For what reason?
Battlefield link established.
I suppose so that when these guys assault, they can... It's then harder for them to reinforce, but you kind of need a assaulting party coming in to make that of any use. Does seem like they've lost a couple of Hellblades in this. You know, they've lost 2 at the moment.
The assault.
Killed a couple of plasma generators there, but it's quite an expensive trade, I do have to say. While that's been going on, these scouts have been moving forward and causing some trouble. We have a Ferrum Infernus Dreadnought coming forward. But now the... Oh, you were... Techmarine Terminator. I haven't seen you before. Hold on. Let's have a look at you. Chunky lad. Didn't know Terminators came in Techmarine flavour. But they do.
Hellhound.
Do have the Crusader squads and Sword Breadwinds coming over, causing some issues around on this side. We do have a tank ace.
Adeptus Mechanicus.
Going to be firing away at these lads from a distance. But again, they've got the metal bombs. Got to be careful. Got a Trojan on the back lines, ready to repair things as and when they need. Tank ace able to tank a little bit of that metal bomb stuff going on. Now that Steel Legion have traded away some of their grenade launch slots for missile launchers. Be interesting to see if they can use their knockback to full effect. Hellhound giving them a bit of a spin to win. But can they stand up to these guys? That's my question. Got a Vindicator, ideal against the massive infantry. Got Castellan with his Hammer of Justice, striking down a Steel Legionary or 2. Another Hellhound on the way. But these guys are unrelenting. They are not stopping anytime soon. Just going to move forward. Falling back. Got the scouts now round on the side. Infiltrated with their snipers. Do not know if the Black Templar have got any vision at the moment to see those guys, but I imagine they can shrug off quite a lot of the damage of the scout snipers. It's just more or less the morale damage that they do. But as we know that the Black Templars, when they're in melee combat, their morale regeneration is through the roof. So, not likely that will do all that much for them. We've got some Deathwing Terminators coming in. Quite impressive ranged firepower. Vindicator does go down. But the... Oh dear, that entire squad's gone. Only the Chaplain left remaining. So, from the northern side, some good assaults into the base, but quite costly, I would say. Or maybe not cost-effective enough. Space Marines over here still just hanging out. Rubik Marines low on number, not gone for their Aspiring Sorcerer, which is what you really need for them to be any kind of use. Their accuracy rate is what? It's something like 40%, but then when you put your Aspiring Champion on, it becomes... Well, Aspiring Sorcerer, sorry. They become like a regular hit chance compared to other Space Marine Tier 1 units. We're going to go for some more Rubik Marines, some more Hellblades as well.
Laser destroyer is fully charged.
Over on this side, a Hellblade just floating in. Not being used all that effectively, I'm afraid. So if you wear so economy heavy, you're going to go for squad cap increase, vehicle cap increase. Going for a Predator as well. Mutated holes for additional health on your vehicle. So I assume it's just you're focusing on your tier 1 units and then... What's the plan, Necrotechnica? Are you just going for mass? I suppose that makes sense. I mean, you've got the elite units of the Black Templars coming in, smashing up quite nicely these sentry posts and turrets. But with these Space Marines having access now to their Deathwing Terminators, Legionnaires coming around with their big boy tanks, quite concerned for the northern team here. Some tank destroyers coming in as well. Rhinos moving forward. Not got any lads in them, but they're just there just to tank the damage. While the slow-moving Rubik Marines move forward. Ferrum Infernus Dreadnought jankily striding ahead. We do have an orbital bombardment coming down, causing a whole smorgasbord of standing up issues for these lads. Sorcerer Lord uses his Go Faster ability to make these lads move out of the way a little bit quicker. Sorcerer Lord here does go down there, sadly. Rhino caught out of position. Deathwing Terminators firing away. Hellhound just having a grand old time. Ferrum Infernus Dreadnought clawing away at it with its big old claws. Look at him go. Not quite able, just narrowly surviving with 40 health left. And this guy is massively out of position. Tank Ace and Tank Destroyer looking to bring that guy low, and they will manage to do so. See, it's frustrating. The Northern team, they've got the right idea. They've got some good ideas going. It's just either through luck or not amazing trades going on. Not quite punching through how they would want. But Hellhound, one single swipe from this command squad brings it down. But as the game goes on, the dummy thick units of the Black Templar are going to find it more and more difficult to stay alive and get into that vital close combat range as the Steel Legion further increases their firepower here. Over on this side, we do have the Terminators causing a ruckus. An assault squad, no less, moving in, slapping around the Predator. Also got some plasma cannons on this back line. Also got some Cyclone missile launchers. Over on the other side, Steel Legion are pressing forward. Black Templar are going to go and throw some melter bombs at that tank case. We're getting down to fairly low health. Trojan quite low on health as well. We'll need to keep that tank alive if they want to do some repairing on their other units. But Deathwing is going to move forward, whereas the Steel Legion are going to fall back. So do these guys choose to press onwards, and which looks like it. So either press forward or go back up. Sorry, hit my microphone then. They either move forward and press for the advantage, or they go back to assist their allies. Same with these Black Templars. Quite a crucial moment in this match at the moment. Silver Spire going down here, and the Dark Angels decide to press their advantage. Got Whirlwind firing down. Will its firepower be able to take on these chunky infantry units? Oh dear, it's firing at the Vindicator. That's not what it wants. Focus at least on these other units here. Predator trying to get some good shots off as well. This Vindicator needs to be taken out ASAP by some sort of... Oh, there we go, we've got a Hellblade in there firing away. Just so that, you know, Rubik Marines aren't dead straight away. These Space Marines now armed with double melter guns. Need to pull that Whirlwind back, potentially. Got a squad of Practicus Coven coming forward. Very good in close combat, but quite fragile as well. Over on this side, we do have the Steel Legion still pressing the Black Templar, but the Black Templar are holding quite firm. Those melter bombs really aiding in their defense against all these tanks. Tank Destroyers, with no tanks to destroy, are a little bit lost for words. The grenade launchers of these Legionnaires still being incredibly useful at leaving these Leman Russ Executioners a little bit of leeway, if you pardon the pun, to fire away. There we go, Whirlwind, good job. You're doing it. And with that Vindicator down, and that Whirlwind firing at the right targets, that engagement does quickly turn the other way. And look at that, just flinging these guys around like rag dolls. It's not what you expect from Terminator armor, but there it is. The Black Templars also managing to just push and tear apart the Steel Legion front line. So now they can come round, almost like a flanking maneuver, hammer and anvil style, and kill what remains of the Black Templar. So not the Black Templar, you're the Black Templar. The Dark Angels. You don't know how many times I've had to redo the intro of this video, because I kept on calling the Dark Angels Black Templar and vice versa. It took me about 6 minutes of attempts. So I hope you're happy. Hope you're pleased with my efforts so far. Got some more lads teleporting in. One single squad of Terminator squads aren't going to be able to hold this assault for much longer. These lads coming in with their lightning claws. The Black Templar looking for a fight, but they are going to capture that critical location in the middle first and foremost, if they can get that critical location, as there is only... Question mark? There's only one on the map? If I'm not mistaken. Yep, there's only one on the map, so if you want to get your Titans out, you do need access to that critical location. It's not super important in the early game, but in the later stages of the game it will really decide who can bring out the big schmeat to slap down their feet. Got a good amount of tanks over here. Double destroyers and a tank ace. Tank ace not looking all that pretty there. Over on this side, double Leman Russ executioners. And we do have some deep strike stormtroopers. But these stormtroopers are going to suffer even more under the Thousand Suns whirlwind. They can only have one on the field from what I can understand, but it packs quite the punch. And it looks very pretty too. So points on style. Terminator's going to teleport straight in the middle. And using an orbital bombardment, but these guys are just going to speed run out of the way. Thanks to that Sorcerer Lord and his book of tricks. Falling back, giving the Dark Angels a little bit of room to breathe. Going to see a Rhino transport coming out and some... Is that more Terminators? Or are you just the same ones as before? Either way, you're doing alright. These guys get involved in some close combat with a lot of Sorcerer Lords. Able to make his own clones there. You can never tell which one's which. Oh dear, that's a Trophy Grav Tank. Or Tank Raider. Relic unit for the Thousand Suns. Quite deadly, but then again, been smacked apart by power weapons from the Deathwing Assault Terminator squads. Cyclone missiles of these guys, as well as a couple of tank destroyers on the flanks. Are using their machine spirit to be a little bit more tankier, but won't keep him alive for much longer. Got a lot of Razorbacks moving, in fact quadruple Razorbacks. All armed to the brim with las cannons. More metal bombs being thrown around as the command squad further the charge. The destroyers are holding up. They're certainly... These Razorbacks are not standing up to the Steel Legion's tanks at all. Only a couple of shots required to take one out. But it's these Sword Breadwin that we're going to be worried about. Trophy Grav Raider soon to be stricken down. We do have a lot of Rubik Marines. Not quite feeling confident enough to come in. But then again, they've got the side of the map. They don't need to press in so far. Wait till their advantage builds up. Wait for these Black Templar to get their super duper units out. There'll be Stormblade. Not sure if you're stuck in between all these generator plants. But he's there all the same. Do a lot of damage against these Crusaders. For real, for real. And the Dark Strike... Oh, sorry, the Deep Strike Stormtroopers. God, that's hard to say. Been teleported in front of the Crusaders. Probably not where you want them to be. These guys look like they're going to fall back now that they've seen that big old tank. Command squad going to see if they can show away this destroyer. And these Terminators, man, really holding the line. The Rubik Marines with their Inferno Bolt ammunition. Able to take these lads on. And yeah, they've not sure at the moment. They've thrown out some GGs here, but I don't think it's all over. I think they're going to play for a bit of time because, I mean, they've got a Stormblade online at the moment, which is nothing to sniff at when you're defending. Certainly adds to the... I mean, it's just quite a difficult tank to take on, isn't it? And with the Black Templar losing a lot of their models... But has Lands given up? That's the question. Oh no, he's going to go for Deathwing Terminator squad, so it's not all over. Although Stormblade needs to decide where he's going. Having a little bit of a shake. Go on, move forward and shoot things. Defend your comrade in arms. Still got some plasma gun turrets. Got a lot of destroyers as well. Predator goes down. Stormblade really struggling to turn around here. Where, good lord, what are you... That is not what you want. Armin the Exile popping round to say hello. Gonna summon in the Marines of the Damned. Quite powerful unit. As far as I'm aware, they're all, so you can't kill them. But they are only temporary. Also gonna summon in some more magics. Some foul explosives. And the Stormblade finally turning itself in the right direction. Needs to turn around away from these immortal Marines of the Damned. Deathwing Terminator's going to go for their usual weapon upgrades. It's a solid defense there. Deep Strike Stormtroopers trying to hold what they can and hold what may against these Black Templars. But realistically, not going to fare all that well. It's just an absolute slaughter. Whirlwind continuing to fire. Go on, Stormblade, get involved. There we go, just a little bit more. Hey, look at that. They said it couldn't be done, but they did it. Now he just needs to turn around and focus on that.
We shall deliver them into battle.
I think now he's committed. He can't turn back now. Armin the Exile looking to get some more cheeky shenanigans off on the go. Gonna throw some little white ghosties down here. The trophy Grav Tank Raider Mabob comes in. Trojan moves forward to give it a little bit of a repair. The regular Sorcerer Lord moves forward. We've got a significant amount of tanks. And here we go, now the Deathwing Terminator squad comes forward. The Southern team are certainly up against the wall here, but it's not impossible. A bit of micro, anything can be done. Destroyer's doing a lot of damage to that trophy tank. The Ruby Marines en masse. Got a lot of their Inferno Bolt ammunitions on the go. Which will do a lot of damage towards these Terminators. Also got some Sekhmet Cabal Terminators. Over on this side, just Black Templar doing Black Templar things. Just gonna, almost like a swarm, moving over all these Steel Legionnaire tanks and murderizing everything. And there we go. I do respect Dark Angels. He was about to give up earlier on, but no, he stayed around for a little bit longer, and you've got to respect that kind of commitment to a game like this. Even if you know that the odds are against you, you fight till the end, gosh darn it. You hold the line, and you do what you can. It was quite impressive. I mean, earlier on, it looks like that when the Dark Angels were down here, and even when the Steel Legion were being pushed back by the Black Templars here, it looked like they were going to get some serious stuff done, but the Thousand Sons able to right themselves with that Whirlwind and a Hellblade or two really did save them the game. But yeah, well played by everyone. So if you like the channel, have a look at the old Patreon. £1 a month gets you one extra game a week. Also, voting privileges to the next theme game. We've got two Adeptus Sororitas Battle Sister games that are up for votes at the moment. So if you want to vote down for that, please feel free to go and have a look. There's also Discord where fun things like this happen all the time, he says. Mine's been Mr. Landshark. Pleasure as always, never chore. I'll see you in a bit. Peace.